coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. We out here, man. 33, man. 33 years of prison stories. We pushing positive energy 24/7, 365. We got to do it. We're trying to keep the youngins alive, man. We're trying to keep them free and alive so that they can reach their greatest potential. Big love to everybody who followed this platform, everybody that's with this movement. I definitely appreciate you. Love is love. Listen, let's go. Let's go. If you like it, they might love it. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We trying to get to 200K, man. We trying to get to 200K. We stagnated. We need to be moving. We need to promote. We need to put boots on the ground, man. Voices in the ears. Talk to them, man. Tell them to come over here and help support this movement. Supporting is important, man, and what we're doing, I think, is important. So let's do it. Let's get it before it affect you or somebody you know. Let's go. Hey, man, we down to the wire, too. We down to the wire, man. Sunday at midnight, last chance to get your meet and greet tickets. If you ain't got them, I hope you get them. If you do got them, I appreciate you. Can't wait to see you. We're going to have a good time. A good time. You understand? So, get your meet and greet tickets, man. Get in the raffle. You can get in the raffle all the way up until the day before. You can donate all the way up until the day before or on that day because we need support. But we going to make it happen no matter what. Appreciate y'all. TBP Nation, stand up, man. Let's go, man. Hey. Got one for you today. Don't know what made this cross my timeline in my mind, man, but I just thought about this. It's probably more or less something that I seen watching clips or something or watching, TikTok and just sparked the memory in me, man. But I'm gonna use initials in this joint. I may say the first name because I think a lot of people know this person that I'm talking about. One of them known persons that was in the system. This in particular person happened to be some people that happened to be a boy and had a name, had a reputation, obviously from where they came from on the street where people knew him. They're supposed to been a big money getter on the street, man. Big money getter on the street. But this just happened to be their lifestyle. And but I'm talking about, they say this person was getting plenty of paper out there. But the thing about it is, this was a real, I mean, when I tell you jet black, I'm talking about blue, like dark-skinned person, right? And the rumor was that before they, actually came out the closet on the street, they used to, box, used to be good too, like, in the little amateur, silver gloves and golden gloves and stuff like that, right? But I guess when they came out of the closet, they left the boxing alone and, pursued their lifestyle, whatever, was getting money and doing whatever they was doing on the street. The money getting allegedly came from, drug dealing or whatnot. But said they had, pursuers on the street, little young dudes that they used to mess with, this, that, and the third. And I heard that they was locked up because the dude that they was messing with, got caught messing with a woman or something, and they got into an altercation, and then somebody, won't hear no more, and they was in the penitentiary, right? So I can remember when I first ran into this person. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I first ran into this person. I remember moving on the block on the institution that I was in, and just like old boy Teddy Pendergrass, when I seen him, he would walk across the floor. But he had on back in the day, we used to get them it wasn't silk, it was nylon. If y'all know, you know. You know how you got the wife beaters and then you got the boxes. Back in the day, one time it was real popular to have nylon wife beaters and nylon boxes, right? But the thing about it, they see through, and dudes was wearing them in the penitentiary. Now most dudes will wear them in their cell order and they'll have on, the tighty whities, the fruity balloons up under the joints. The Superman, that up under the joint. But most of the time, they'll wear them in their cell in the penitentiary, try to put them on for when the COs, the female COs, make their round. Then they take the tighter whites off. They act like they walking around there, in the acid ball, in the acid ball, see-through boxes, right? That way, the CO woman couldn't say that, he flashing or he naked or nothing. He actually got on boxes, right? But it just transparent. So that's what dudes was getting them for, to keep it 100. But that's why I also believe they ended up banning them. You couldn't get them no more, because I think it was too many charges being read, too many COs complaining, too many females complaining, so they ended up taking them out. But when I first ran into this person called KK, I first ran into that won't ban. They were still wearing. So I seen him walk across the floor with them Jones on and had the tighter whitey Jones up under him. But he, just to be 100 now, he probably about 5'8", 5'9", dark skin as a car tire, right? And had a big old round woman, ham pots. Obviously, this before I even knew, or if it was just, out there that people could get like, butt injections or whatever, or whether it was natural, I don't know. I don't know, but he had a big old ham pots, and he was dark skins, I don't know what, a ham pies like J-Lo, and I'm not trying to be funny, I'm just keeping it 100, and a face like the Planet of the Apes, man. I'm just being real, man. I'm some real dark skin, real big lips, big nose. The features, you know what I'm saying? The features were, similar, but obviously it ain't stopping him doing what he's doing, because he had a little young dude in the cell with him supposed to be his man, right? So, to my understanding, he still could get drugs. Like, even in the penitentiary, he was like still, shaking and baking and making money in there. Whether or not that's why the young dudes was messing with him, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about that. I just know when I went in there, when I know my first impression of seeing him, I was like, man, what in this cheese? Because he walk around like that all the time, like it ain't nothing. Bust about his cell, come out his cell, moving around. He might have anything on. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, like I say, it won't a whole lot of people really like, even though he was like, won't hide nothing that he do, it won't a whole lot of people like disrespect him or call him out his name, because like I say, a lot of people knew him, and not only is they connect with the drugs, and people don't never want to connect with the drugs to get gone, but also, like I say, they say he on the street, even though he is, one of them, he ain't scared. You know what I'm saying? Ain't scared at all. I done seen little young dudes when he walk by, how young dudes is in the penitentiary at the time too. I'm young too, but these are younger. They giggle and laugh and say like, up, mumbling their brother, up the gorilla. Look. And if he heard you, or turn around and say, what you say? Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. He was aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Aggressive. The dude that was supposed to be his man, not so much. But he was a, nice sized little young fella, right? But dudes is looking at him kind of funny because he young and he into that and he in the penitentiary. So the dudes that's not into that, and especially if they're young, they're gonna look at him like, what, like he one of them. So it was a complex situation, right? But I just remember being there. I don't know how I ended up in the block with him. So I'm seeing all of this stuff firsthand. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had no issues with him. I ain't never tried to get to know him or nothing like that. So I don't do drugs. So I ain't need none, and definitely don't do the other stuff. So it was no need for me to try to get to know him. So I never said nothing to him, never really said nothing to me. So boom. And it's the dude that he messed with, I think he played basketball every now and then. During this time I might play ball. I might have played basketball with him once or twice or something. Seemed like a, all right enough little young dude. But man, I can remember when he was down there playing cards. And KK came in there and was telling him, come upstairs for a minute. Talk to him about something. He kept saying, hold on, hold on. He said, nah, it ain't no hold on. I need to see you right now. You know what I'm saying? So he kept on saying, hold on. And I think he got to the point where he felt like his ego was involved because people looking at him like, you know what I'm saying? The boy, who the boy up in there? The boy handling you. You know, so he was like, man, I said, and you know, B, I said, hold on, I'm coming. Yeah, and he walked up on him and was standing over top of him while he's sitting at the card table. I'm talking about over top of him, like bearing down on him, leaning on him. So he like, hey, man, hey, trying to push him off, and he's steady just walking back up. Oh, you gonna show off? Oh, you gonna show off? He said, man, go ahead, man. Go ahead. You gonna show off? You gonna show off? And he grabbed him all by his shit like a kid, man. Like, come on, and try to drag him off of the stool. So when he tried to drag him off the stool, he dropped the cards and jump up, and he swing on him. Now, this is when you know that he used to box. I knew. He swing on him, and he slipped that joint, and he said, bang, bang, boom. I'm talking about a good three-piece joint. Bang, boom, boom. And set him down. I'm talking about down for the count like he don't even know where he at. He knocked out on his feet. Well, he ain't on his feet. He on his back. But he knocked out. But you know how you get knocked out. You seen boxers get knocked out. They groggy. They trying to get up, but he can't get up. Right, man. The jump was so smooth and so boom, boom, boom. I mean, it was crazy. So everybody like, oh, 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 and you know the youngins in there, they going crazy. Oh, he knocked him out. He knocked him out. And he trying to get up, and he can't get up. And the boy like, yeah, put your hands on me. Put your hands on me. You lost your mind. And start walking on up to the cell. So he go upstairs and go in the cell. Everybody making all that noise. So the CO is looking around trying to see what's going on. So dude's trying to cover him up because he on the ground like standing in front of him like, nah, they think. So the CO, that's how you can get killed in the penitentiary too. So they looking to see what's going on. Dudes just acting like it's a card game. It's a card game. We all everybody, all right, go ahead, don't sit down somewhere. Sit down. We just playing cards. So they go on about their business. Man, they help youngin up, get him up on the stool. You know, got a little blood leaking out his mouth, you know, and he like, you know, he groggy. He don't even know what to do. He look discombobulated. I know he's super duper embarrassed. He don't know what to do. So dudes, I can hear a couple of little dudes was, man, you better get that. Man, you better kill. I told you, man. And he like, he just trying to get himself together. So everybody talking about it. Everybody talking. Dude still up in the cell. I guess he ain't fighting at that stuff. Man, when it come count time, he still stay down there at the table, sitting there, dudes whispering and talking. When it come count time, everybody wonder what he gonna do. You live with him. You got to go in the cell. Side note too, I don't know if this got anything to do with the story, but it's sad to put this in. I don't know what they be doing in there. Who knows? Can't nobody see through walls. But I know every time I walk by their cell, man, their cell smell like, man, like they had a dead skunk up in that joint. Every time you can walk, if you've been in the penitentiary, you know, you walk by certain people's cell and they got a smell in it, it's coming out because I guess the way the circulation is in the blocks. Man, every time I walk by this cell, man, they used to be so, man, I used to walk by that joint and hold my breath. So I don't know, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, dudes is one is he gonna go back in there. So he go back in there. It's count time. He go walk on up to his cell, man. People start opening doors, close all the doors. He go up in there. You can lay flat and believe that everybody was on that door like this trying to listen and see what was gonna go on. Don't nobody hear nothing, don't nobody hear nothing. When the count clear and the COs leave, and after they do their count, like I say, you might have anywhere from 10, 20 to 30 minutes, maybe even an hour before they open the door, depending on how long it takes for the count to clear. So when they leave, dudes is all on the door, probably listening, ear hustling to see what's going on. Like, is he gonna get him? Or he gonna do something? Then next thing you know, you heard loud talking. You know it's both of their voices. You can hear, no, F you, no, you don't put your, man, I'm tell you, I'll kill you up in, woo-doo. And then next thing you know, you heard, boom, 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 boom. They rumbling in there. So everybody, oh, they get him, he get him. You know, and then you heard KK, the boy hollered, I'm sorry. No, I kill you. And you heard all this noise, right? So you would think from the noise now that he in there, you know, I guess he done found a way to get out on him. He beating them down, like, you know, beating them to death up in there. That's what you would assume. That's what I assume too. That's what it sounded like. Man, when count clear, when the noise ended up subsiding, Little while later, you don't heard nothing. About 10 minutes after you don't heard nothing at all, the door start open. You can see dudes walking to go downstairs. Their door ain't open. They ain't trying to get their door open. People got to reach your hand out to get your door open. So they ain't get their door open. You can see people walking by their cell, acting like you know you don't supposed to look and say they walk by their cell, but they want to see because everybody curious walk by the cell. Like, walking by looking in there because they trying to see. Everybody expecting to see blood, mayhem, all this crazy stuff, right? So everybody's curious just because you heard all the noise, you heard the commotion, something went down in there. Man, them people keep their door closed while I count clip about 20, 30 minutes. When their door do finally come open, you see an arm come out, get the door open, right? When you see get the door open, old boy come out. You know what I'm saying? Come out with his little cup, go down there, get him some coffee, go sit at the table over there in the far end. So the door get closed back. So the people don't never come out because now everybody really curious. They think, well, oh, he must have messed him up so bad he can't even come out. He must be, because the noise was crazy. And hollering and screaming and I'm sorry and all this. So everybody thinking the boy messed up so bad he can't come out. In penitentiary, they call that bed rest. Like you got him on bed rest. He bust up. So everybody waiting to see him, right? Man, man, the people call child time and time to go eat. Man, see that come out that door came out. Man came out there. That man ain't had a scratch on him. He done put on his little super tight pants and his little tight shirt and tied all up and come out there just switching and walk right on, come on down and go right on out the door to go to chow, right? So I'm like, man, what? So dudes is like they perplexed, but in me, even in my young age, I could surmise what's going on. So I put it together because it was my celly too. My celly had told me, but I kind of like put it together too. He's so embarrassed that the people that knocked him out, he probably went in there and pre-bargained with him like, you done made me look like this all out in the block, or I'm getting up out of here, woo, 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 because it was obvious he couldn't whoop the dude. You know what I'm saying? So whatever they got going on in there, like I say, don't nobody know. You can't see through walls. But it was obvious he couldn't whoop the dude. You know what I'm saying? So he probably went in there and they probably concocted all that to act like he was beating him and he said he gonna holler and say he's sorry, this, that, and the thing. Man, that man ain't had a mark on him. With all that noise and all that commotion you heard, you would have thought somebody was getting killed in there. At least some blood coming. Man, there wasn't nothing wrong with him. And yet you still walking around with both of your lips swole all up on one side from getting the three-piece on you. So it was crazy, man. So then dudes started, eventually, because it's a penitentiary, it started coming out like, man, you ain't do nothing to them people in there, man. What do and everybody was joking them and saying stuff to them. And it was wild, man. But these type of things that be going on up in there, you know what I'm saying? And he stayed with them. They stayed. I know they was together when I left the block. I ended up getting moved, you know what I'm saying, probably about 6 months later, 7 months, whatever the case may be. And they were still in the cell together. You know what I'm saying? And every now and then you might hear them down there arguing, talking loud and screaming at each other and whatnot. But man, won't nobody, man, they can talk what they want. I'm telling you what I know. People that was in there knew who I'm talking about when I say cake. They won't messing with that with that boy, man. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of people confuse that and think because these people do what they do, you know what I'm saying, with their personal life in that type of manner that they saw. You got to remember that's a dude. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know what their background is. You don't know what their skills is. You don't know what their strengths is. You don't know what's going on. Because I'm going to tell you, I done met some of them, not just him, they can rumble. You know what I'm saying? They can rumble. And he was one of them. And they say he used to be Golden Gloves. So I don't know. I do know the form looked right. I mean, it was quick. Slip, bam, bam, boom. Gave it back to him. You know what I'm saying? Return the center, Jack. So, yeah, but man, well, I'm gonna tell you something. If you sell, I wish I can't even paint the picture, man. It was just crazy, but I don't know. It's the penitentiary, man. It is what it is. It's the penitentiary. But man, I'm telling you, and he just looked, he just walked, and he just looked, and tried to wear makeup and all that, the fake penitentiary makeup. But man, I'm telling you, he had a lot. I'm just gonna say he had a lot of features like you looking at like a gorilla, man. You know what I'm saying? And he was very, very, I guess, aware of that and very sensitive. If they catch you looking at it, or you balling your face up like, he gonna say something. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna be in a situation. Cause don't nobody wanna be in a situation where they fighting a boy, especially out in the open, or fighting a boy and lose. You understand me? So I think that had a lot to do with this. And as far as I know, everybody that used to cop the weed or whatever he was selling from them, they always paid him. And I done seen him get down on people before, about on store day, about hey, I got the headache. Yeah, I'm gonna send them down there to get that. And you send this man there and they go get it, and they usually have it. You know what I'm saying? But man, there's so many facets of this penitentiary life, man. And you got to learn and you got to know what's going on. And see, like I say, that's how a lot of young dudes get caught because they come in there and they don't like that lifestyle and they used to dealing with that type of lifestyle on the street in a certain way, running their mouth or running down on the people or belittling the man. You go in the penitentiary one day, you might not come out. You might not come out because some of them is not playing. I mean, yeah, because they like what they like. Don't think they won't do what they'll have to do. And KK was one of them, man. Knocked this man out in the block. And the man stayed with him. Yeah. True story. True story. True story. Anyway, man, I don't know what brought that in my mind, but it did. And yeah, I just want to tell you that, man, everything ain't what it looked like, man, and everything everything glitter ain't gold. And all closed eyes ain't sleep, you know. But if you stay out the penitentiary, you might not never see none of this. It might be, you know, you might go somewhere where it depends on what you're doing out here, but you might not never see some of the things I seen in penitentiary anywhere else in life. And if you ain't trying to see it, don't go to penitentiary. You understand? Anyway, y'all talk to me in the comments. I talk back. Meantime, in between time, man, I got work to do. Get ready for this meet and greet, man. I hope to see everybody there. Make sure you go follow me on Facebook, Banky Pound for Pound. We need 10,000 followers over there, man, so we can start posting stories over there as well. We got 12,360 some plus days of stories, so we ain't gonna never run out. We just need y'all to come over here and listen to them, get this information, go back out there and give it to somebody who need it. May not be you, maybe somebody you know, but it's needed because the penitentiary need to be ducked at all costs, and that's what we trying to do out here. So TBP Nation, salute, be safe, be smart, make good decisions, and do not judge a book by its cover unless you can duck a 3-piece, a quick one too. If you can't duck that, be careful.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure delicious.
Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.